Hi, Quinn Foltz.
Yep.
Hi, Ethan Appleman. It's nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, Ethan.
I appreciate you meeting me today.
No problem.
Taking the time out of your busy schedule. I know you're a busy man.
I'm happy to do it.
So I actually work over at Cincinnati Merchandising Company over there at Elm Street and over the Rhine. And I'm just here to talk a little bit today about maybe some of the needs you guys have in your own merchandising business yourself.
Yep.
So before we jump into everything today, I just wanted to ask, since you're in the soccer business, did you catch the FC game last night?
I did. 2-0 lost to Columbus. It was tough, but we'll get them back next game.
It does happen, but they've come a long way in 3 years. It's hard to be upset in the progress they've made. So
Exactly. And this is their best season so far, I think.
yeah,
So
it is.
they've done really well.
It'll be fun to see what happens 3 years from now.
Exactly. Yep.
But anyway, we can jump right into it.
Let's do it.
I know you don't have too much time, so again, I do appreciate you meeting with me today.
No problem. Happy to help.
So let's just start with maybe your customer base. How large do you think your customer base is?
Well, I would say throughout all the programs that we have a little under 5,000 kids. But I do expect our customer base to be growing more within the next couple of years, just because we're acquiring more clubs just through out-of-state areas. Like we had just acquired Murfreesboro Soccer Club down in Tennessee, which is about 10 minutes from Nashville. So I expect us to do a little bit more of that within the coming years and for our customer base to grow as well.
How many do you think you acquired just customer-wise from Murfreesville alone?
I would say probably about 500 or so. They had about 500 players once we acquired them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So yeah, fair amount.
Well, when children do join the program, how long do they tend to stick with it?
Well, for our player development pathway, we have 4 programs. We have our Little Lions program, which is for youth, ages 3 through 5. Then we have our Premier program, which is for middle and grade school. Our Academy program, that's more so if players are really serious about soccer. They'll play on their high school team or club team, and they'll also play for Kings Hammer teams throughout the summer. Then lastly, if you do stick with Kings Hammer all the way, then we have our pre-professional team, which is in the USL2 league, and then this season was actually our inaugural season for our USL women's team. So.
And how long has the men's team been in?
This is actually their second season.
Oh, wow. Okay,
And
so it's all new.
yeah, actually on Friday we had just won our final game of the season to clinch our playoff spot. So
Congratulations.
thank you.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, no, it's really exciting because we also got to the playoffs last year as well. So 2 years, 2 playoff spots. That's pretty good.
Sounds like a party at the office.
Definitely.
So just to get more into it, how much expansion do you think your company could see just in the next 3 years?
Well, I would say quite a bit. As I mentioned earlier, we just acquired Murfreesboro Soccer Club, and then this season we had just put teams down in Lexington and Dayton. And then as of right now, if I had to guess, we would probably be looking to acquire our next club somewhere out west, just to have a footprint down there, keep our presence down there, because we're really trying to expand the Kings Hammer Club, because we believe that we can provide the best player development to soccer players around the country.
Is West a focus for you, or are you just trying to get some exposure out there?
We're just trying to get some exposure out there and, just kind of start fresh somewhere else. We feel like we already have most of the players, or people know the Kings Hammer brand, mostly in this tri-state, and then now in Tennessee since we just acquired Murfreesboro. So we would like to get the name out there, out west, or perhaps somewhere down south like Florida.
Well, just how big, with your whole customer base being so large, how difficult has it been to fulfill just orders on uniforms and spirit wear for just such a large customer and rapidly growing base?
It's been incredibly difficult. I would say that this summer, that's pretty much mostly what I've been doing, besides my marketing and event stuff, is fulfilling merchandise orders, especially with our women's team now in the USL. That's a lot of orders to fill because we have multiple jersey colors. We have to put the numbers on the jerseys. So it can get very hectic at times. And then especially during our event season, fulfilling orders, some customers can pre-order merchandise before the event, and we also sell at the events too.
Okay.
But to fulfill the pre-orders, that can get very hectic, especially when it comes to the Blue Chip Showcase, which is probably our biggest event of the year. We have about 700 teams from across the country come down here to play. So it's a lot of orders to fulfill.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So you would say that you get more online orders than in person?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do you know like a ratio of just how many more you get online compared to in person?
I don't know the ratio. I will say the only time that we get more in-person orders than online is usually for the Blue Chip Showcase. but it's just since that's the biggest event of the year. But for pre-orders for the Blue Chip Showcase, we have to fulfill about 500 in each year. Compared to our other events, it's about 50. So,
Well, do you think outsourcing your merchandising needs would, help benefit your company just with how busy it's all been?
oh, absolutely. Yeah, I definitely think it would. Just doing all the orders, all the pre-orders, all the stuff that customers buy online, and then as well as the uniforms, it does take a lot of time out of my day, and as well as my merchandise associates' day as well. So I believe that if we did outsource to other companies to do our merchandising, that would free up space for us to do more administrative work in the merchandise division.
Okay. Well, would you trust an outside company just to dependently fill orders on the regular for you?
Yeah, I think I would. Obviously, I'd have to have a relationship with them, but I'm definitely open to hiring outside companies. We've only been working with Soccer Village for a few years now. They've been doing some of our orders. Like if we have camps, then they'll do those types of orders for like player shirts. But I would definitely be open to talking with other companies.
Well, what are some of your worries about hiring outside companies?
Well, I would say the biggest worry is fulfilling orders in a timely manner. Just with events, with the way the season is, we have to get things on time. Right, there's no question about it. Otherwise we would just not have uniforms or not have the orders that we promised customers that we would send out. So I would say timely orders in a timely manner, good quality merchandise, because we have bought merchandise where the cotton was just a little off or something just wasn't right about it or the customers didn't like it, so we'd have to switch from clothing to clothing. But I would say high quality clothes, timely, fulfilling orders in a timely manner, and good communication. Good communication is key because I believe that the company that we use right now doesn't communicate very well with us. We'll email them sometimes they won't email back about orders that we had ordered from them. So communication is definitely one of the biggest factors that we look for when hiring outside companies.
Have you ever had a problem like getting an order from them? Have they ever just not fulfilled an order for you guys?
We haven't had many problems with them, but they have gotten the quantities of our orders mixed up. Like they would order 18 shirts instead of 24, or they would order the wrong color blue sometimes. But other than that, I mean, they've been good for the most part.
Okay. Yeah. Well, could you see a long-term business relationship in the future with a company that is outside of your own?
Absolutely. I think it would make the work a lot easier for us. And like I said earlier, we've been expanding so much the past few years, and we only expect to expand more, especially with the acquisition of the Murfreesboro Soccer Club, as well as clubs in Dayton and Lexington. We are going to have a lot more work to do in the office as far as our office staff goes and the administration. So I believe that hiring an outside company probably would be best for us. It would definitely make our work easier, take a little workload off us, and allow us to focus more on the administrative side of things in the merchandise division.
What do you think that relationship might look like?
Well, the company would have to have good communication, because as I said, that was the biggest factor as to why I don't like our current company. We have to have good communication. If I know that they have great customer service, if I know that the team in that company is a good team, if they're respectable people, and honestly, the most important thing I would say is just fulfilling orders in a timely manner and just doing the things that we ask, because it can get frustrating for us as a soccer club when companies don't do what we ask, or they say they're going to do something and they don't. So I'd just say a company that I believe is trustworthy and that really cares about the clients that they have. That's what I'm looking for.
Based on your responses, Mr. Foltz, I think our companies line up very well. We're a larger company that can fulfill large orders.
Yep.
We have a large communication staff that just take care of responding to our customers, as well as we've never had a late order on file. So if you don't mind, I'd love to set up a new meeting. I know we're running short on time here. If we could set up a new meeting 2 weeks from now, talk more about my business and give you a little bit more information on that and just see where it goes.
Absolutely. I'd love to hear that no late order on file.
All right. Does 2 weeks, say noon o'clock work?
Yeah, that works perfectly. We could meet in the kitchen down in my office building. We have one right downstairs, actually. It's a little cafe, so we can meet there if you'd like.
Oh, that would be perfect.
Perfect.
Yes. All right, well,
I'll see
Mr.
you in
Fultz,
2
it was
weeks.
very nice to meet you. Thank you for your time.
Good to meet you, Ethan. Glad I could help.
All right, thank you. Have a nice day.
You too.